let's go to this other story of degeneracy that even the gays don't like.
Oh, even the
Um,
gays don't like it. It's gotta
yeah,
be rough.
yeah. Let's see. Maggie, by the way, see if you can do that USPS thing.
I'm gonna go, since I hit the power button with my chair, I'm gonna go there now.
Hey, you let Maggie
Okay.
live her life.
No, but
She's working
the
hard. She
redirect
doesn't need
thing.
your instructions.
See if they can do it at the post office.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Luminous Rogue, my friend. I don't know why you would have. You don't have to see. Not going to the dentist isn't going to give you rotten teeth. I don't understand. If your teeth are rotten, something's wrong.
Yeah, I don't go to the dentist and my teeth are not rotten. I brush them.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
could never go to the dentist in your whole life and they wouldn't be rotten. So it sounds like you might have an underlying problem, which I would hope that you could.
Here we have a new official trailer for Melonie's favorite movie.
Oh, dear.
This is the official trailer of I Wish You All the Best.
Oh, no.
Starring
a
Corey
polyamorous
Fogel,
movie?
Manis, Alexandra, don't really care, Cole Sprouse, and of course, Lena Dunham.
Cole Sprouse, that's like one of the what, that hotel show on Disney Channel.
Yes.
Okay.
Hotel what? Hotel?
I
Are you
forgot
talking
what
about
that
It's
hotel?
like
was-
Zack and Cody. A
Oh, that
Disney
was
Channel
it.
classic.
Yeah, I never
okay.
really watched that.
It says Brad Palumbo, known gay, who unfollowed me because I said he shouldn't be able to buy babies. That's fine. I stand by my position. He like privately DM'd me with his outrage, and I was like, I said basically like, I love you, buddy, but I said what I said.
Good, good.
I said what I said. I'm not retracting it publicly or privately.
Yeah.
He said this is actually vile. We should be teaching gay men like this that it's okay to be who they are. Actually, you should be teaching gay men to repent. But
Exactly. I
that's
love
it.
it.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
it.
that Jeremy is totally for like very intense positions on LGBTQ stuff, and he's like, "But I'm not really a Christian. Like, I'm just getting into it. Like, I'm finding my faith." Like, he's like, "But there's
Yeah.
one thing I'm sure of."
Yeah,
I love this.
that radicalized me.
I love it.
We should not be teaching them that liking makeup or feminine style means they're not men. Well, okay, we agree to disagree. Although this has 31,000 likes. Just to show you a little bit of it here.
Oh, I don't hear any audio.
Oh,
Is it a
thank
silent
God.
Film?
Uh,
Like, thank
yeah, the audio sharing thing is not working as smoothly. I did.
It
Share it,
believes
let
in
me-
repenting. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you shouldn't hear this.
It's weird, yeah. Like I have to share it twice. How about now?
Homophobic chicken sandwich.
Bet you never asked.
Ha! Get it? Chick-fil-A. Ha 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 ha
But that means
ha
that
ha.
he
gosh.
still spent money there, yes, because she's
Yeah.
holding the bag.
Oh dear.
Darling, you were a rolling stone. I can never hold you down.
How long has it been?
Since I've seen him, it's been like 10 years.
You always had
Of course, South by Southwest. I don't really like.
the rush. Do you think about me in your
I don't really get what this
Tell
movie's
me
about.
your family. My sister lives here. My parents kicked me out of the house because I'm not straight.
That doesn't even happen anymore.
No,
This
it
whole like
doesn't.
we're gay and we're struggling is
Also,
nonsense. They
people
want to be
already-
a victim so bad. Here's Mike
I
Carlo,
know.
also fellow gay. So the uglier the twink dresses, he becomes non-binary. Makes sense. Yeah. What? A heartfelt ode to what?
Your father and I, we gotta
Oh,
do what's
dear.
right for you as our
Queer
son.
cinema.
You don't get a say in how I live my life.
This just doesn't happen anymore. Like,
And did they
I'm gay.
purposefully-
I'm gonna live my life.
Did they purposely cast an actor? Did they purposely tell him to look like he has AIDS? Okay, lose
I
as
think
much
that's
weight
part
as
of it.
possible and look like you have AIDS, or maybe he already has it. Perfect, bingo. You're the one.
Yeah, this is only ugly people use non-binary.
That's true.
Corey and Cole in one movie. Count me in. And like, this is.
People are already so sick of this crap. There's no way it's gonna make money. Bros didn't make money. Like, this is not.
Oh yeah, Bros failed
this
completely.
is not gonna happen. It's just not.
This idea of like, oh, what do we have here?
Oh no, he's wearing a dress now.
Oh, Lena Dunham back.
Is she playing some sort of like woke teacher? Because that is
She's
the
probably
best
gonna be playing
stereotypical-
some sort of mountain in the background. I'm guessing. Like, didn't she, like, let's not forget, she openly admitted to abusing her sister.
Oh,
I almost sent you an article about her today because
Did people not remember that?
No.
She just did this interview saying that she survived like being criticized in 2012 when her show Girls was big, and she's got PTSD and all of this stuff. And the article just like references her memoir where she talks about, can I even say it on here? Like doing stuff.
She essayed her sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She described it as like being curious as a kid, and even in this article, like, some people described it as essay, but we can't say.
I'm pretty sure she fingered her. I'm pretty sure she did like other gross
She put
physical
sand
stuff.
in her sister.
Oh yeah, she put sand in her. Okay, there you go. Yeah, like.
I mean, I think she did other stuff too, but that's the one that stood out to me. It's like it turns my stomach.
Yeah, this is like, only ugly people. I mean, yes, it'll get lots of likes and retweets on Twitter, but nobody's seen this.
Yeah, and even that, when did this drop? It was yesterday. It's only 343 likes.
343 likes.
Official Lionsgate account. Oh, heck. The bots have all moved on to other things. They're on their Islam thing now. So they're not supporting all the Troon stuff anymore.
And everybody's really upset about Demi Lovato. They're like, what? Demi Lovato still goes by they, them, and she, her pronouns. This is offensive not only to Demi Lovato, but the whole LGBTQIA plus community.
Wait, what?
During Pride Month.
Why are they offended? Wait,
it's invalidating other people's. Click show more. I need to understand.
Why are the gays offended?
The gays are. This is so infuriating. The narrative that's being pushed isn't even real. The gays hate it because they made fun of Demi Lovato apparently.
Oh, did they?
Well, she did this interview where she said that it got tiring to go by they them, so she just started going by she.
Oh,
she,
for
her.
sure.
Right.
She's like, all right, I've had enough of this.
Also, I loved her wedding dress. She just made it a man.
Exactly. I'm so proud of her for that.
Yeah.
Looks very happy. The happiest I've ever seen her look. They both look very happy, and it's just like, I'm happy to see it. Same with like JoJo Siwa she's with the man now, and it's just, the world is starting to heal from this gay disease. Like, hopefully we'll see more of a purge of it in society. There's always going to be some people who are living in that kind of way, but at least let's get it out of the limelight. Let's stop glorifying it.
Can we stop worshiping it? Yeah.
Stop worshiping it and stop, if people are going to live that way and make their decision to do so, then stop trying to get attention from it and stop trying to indoctrinate other people. Stop trying to get accolades for it. Just keep that to yourself.
Well, and I'm glad you brought up.
They're mad, by the way, that they misgendered her. They're mad that they misgendered her in the trailer.
They call her he. She uses all the other pronouns.
I know,
right? She goes by they, them, she, her. So yeah, they must have. I don't know.
What did they call her?
I hate having to look, but let's look.
I don't feel totally like a boy or like a girl. I feel I'm stuck in between.
Like Demi Lovato.
Oh, I got lucky.
Oh.
But Demi Lovato is non-binary.
So are they mad that because Demi Lovato went back to she, her pronouns that now they called her they, them?
Who knows why they're mad? They're queer and online terminally.
Yeah.
That's why they're mad.
Yeah.
Like there's just nothing. These people are terminally unhappy. And terminally offended.
Hey, I'm pretty happy that their own people they're trying to appeal to are mad at it. I don't know why, but I'm glad they're mad at it for whatever reason.
Well,
because this isn't going to sell for anybody then.
Right. I mean, it shows that these pandering films, which they're trying to market as this like emotional, sentimental thing, actually don't make anyone happy. And perhaps you should stop making movies to try and cash in on like LGBTQ dollars or wokeism. Like it's not working.
Exactly.
I was glad you referenced JoJo Siwa because she did an interview recently where she was saying, she identified as a lesbian basically under pressure.
She got pressure in
there.
Yeah.
When she was a teenager. She was only like 16 or 17 when she came out or whatever.
Right.
And I think that that's effectively what this film is for. It's a pressure campaign to get more teens to consider themselves non-binary. And I don't know that that's the right position. I mean,
well, that's what this is. It's another grooming film. There's a medicine that chat reminded me of. Demi Lovato, she didn't like just change her. She didn't just change who she was. She lost a little weight and she tried a healthy dose of tried dicks again. That's actually that's something that JoJo Siwa obviously took, as well as Demi Lovato. There was a phase
And
of
Billie
where,
Eilish right now.
and Billie Eilish, yeah, she's
Yep.
on a double dose of Tridix again.
All of those people except for JoJo Siwa, like Demi and Billie Eilish, I only remember them dating men. You know,
But
a classic.
there was this phase though where it was like hip to be overweight, obese, not obese, but like slightly overweight
Right.
and really ugly.
Right.
Look at what's happened to Sam. Have you looked at Sam?
Oh, Sam Smith. Is
Have
that
you looked
his
at
name?
Sam Smith lately?
Oh,
He's
no.
releasing new music, and look at this. Hold on. Here's what he looked like, right? And
yeah, I remember that.
here's a picture
oh,
of
is he
him.
losing
2
weight?
hours ago. 2 hours ago. That's him.
Thank goodness he's healing.
Right. So he went from, he got back to work. He lost weight. He went from this,
Yeah.
like it was like a
Humiliation
fate.
ritual.
It's a humiliation
Yeah.
ritual. I really think that's what it is. I think that Hollywood is demonic, and I think that a lot of people have to go through these kinds of things in order to stay in the
famous.
limelight. Yeah, and they have to in some way sell their soul, and that's going to look different depending on the person, the casting couch. Now we're going to take blackmail video of you fornicating with a pig, and you have to do what we say now and put on the dress,
That's
or
very
we will expose
specific.
that to the world. Yes, 'cause I saw a rapper talk about it. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, he had like one hit, and they said, look, we can make you famous, but we need to
Yes. Who
you
was that?
fornicating with a pig.
Who was
I
that?
thought that was a Black Mirror episode.
And he said,
No,
nope,
that was
nope,
really
I'm
a-
out.
That actually was a Black Mirror episode, I think, too. I'm gonna kick this over to. I'm gonna go with a ladies exclusive here.
Okay.
I'm gonna title this video "This is Gross," but I'm gonna let you two discuss this real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hannah Claire. Set it up.
Well, Melonie, I haven't seen you since Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez got married, so I don't know how closely you followed their wedding over the weekend in Venice.
Okay.
Jeremy was like, I don't want to talk about this, but no. Are we doing our due diligence as people who are on the internet talking all day if we don't talk about this as well?
For real.
They got married in Venice after I think 7-year long relationship. Let's never forget that their relationship broke when the National Enquirer announced that Bezos was cheating on his spouse with his friend's spouse, aka Lauren. And that her brother was the one who was both her PR rep and sold pictures of their text messages to the National Enquirer. So messy from the beginning. I
didn't even know that.
Oh, it's a 2019 memory hole that I have dove back down because I'm a bad person. I realized that when I was covering the Blue Origin space flight, that magazines and stuff have started referring to Lauren Sanchez, who clearly has no job other than dating and being involved with rich men, which honestly I respect in some ways, but they've started referring to her as philanthropist Lauren Sanchez. So rough. Anyways, they had this $50 million wedding. Apparently, she also wore $50 million worth of jewelry. It was on a private island just outside of Venice. There was a huge number of private planes that flew in. People are making fun of them because it was like a 200-person wedding, but seemingly all of them were just celebrities. And like this one commentator was like, you guys don't have any family or friends? Like,
that's funny.
Why was Sydney Sweeney at your wedding? You guys are friends with her?
I heard that they were going to have a Lady Gaga perform and she wanted like $6 million. So they said, no, never mind. And they instead just played her music on Spotify.
That's funny. I saw a bunch of like, no, she didn't ask for too much money. Like, obviously, like paid PR pieces come out about that.
Right.
But Lauren Sanchez is to me sort of tacky, and maybe she should just own that. Like, the way Dolly Parton is like, I love my big bleached hair and like long nails. Like, and I respect that. I like Dolly Parton.
Right.
But amid all of this, I saw this tweet which says, while the younger generation is getting ghosted, Lauren Sanchez, post-menopause and engaged 5 times, managed to marry one of the richest men in the world. Say what you will, but she's clearly the prize. And I think it raises an interesting point. I mean, Jeff Bezos didn't have to get married. In fact, apparently their wedding got delayed at one point because they were negotiating their prenup. Oh, he still married her. Please explain.
Man, she's got to have some secret. Like, I don't know, but there is something magical about this woman, clearly, that he just, for him to even do this. If you look at her, it's like, okay, this isn't somebody I would picture marrying billionaires by how she looks, especially, I mean, before the surgeries and stuff, she's pretty, but now she just looks like really creepy. So it's just like
55. Like, she's obviously scared of time. And I mean, a lot of women are insecure about their looks, but she's not aging, plastic free by any means.
For sure. So I just can't help but wonder, is he scared of this woman, or does she just have some a very particular set of skills that he just can't live without?
I mean, it's not. I think you're totally right. It's again, like, they have a prenup from what I have read in the reporting, and they have been together for 7 years, so there is some kind of commitment there, even if it started off kind of sketchy. What gets me is just like, why Jeff Bezos? Because it's not, as far as I can tell, it's not like he's like deeply religious and is like, no, we must get married.
Exactly.
Like, so why get married? And then it becomes like, oh, are you trying to be cool? Like, one of the things I had heard was reportedly the island that they picked meant that there had to be basically a pap walk. Like, they had to boat people over to it. It wasn't like on a private resort that's far away and people can't get to it. And it's not like when Bill Gates got married in Hawaii many years ago, apparently he bought out all of the helicopters so that paparazzi couldn't hire them to like take pictures. Like, they wanted to have a public spectacle wedding, which means that she did, which seems clear, personality, outfits, etc. But also Jeff Bezos wanted to be a spectacle.
Well,
What's happening?
maybe they're actually in love. I mean, I hope that's the case.
I kind of do too. I mean,
It's like, okay, this could actually be a white pill of that love is not dead for even the wealthy. Maybe
it's like
this
you're gonna
is
wreck 2 marriages over it.
yeah, I mean, definitely not good circumstances how they started. So, her prenup needs to have something in it for her because if he cheated on his ex with her, then he very likely could cheat on her with someone else.
There's always going to be trust issues with them because of that.
For sure.
They won't be married. They'll be married for 3 years tops.
But I
But
mean,
they've
the
already
fact
been
that
together for 7.
the fact that he is with
Yeah.
her and not with, and that he's not doing a Bill Belichick right now and dating some 23-year-old shows that there is more of a likelihood that he's actually in it for love. Because for most people, if you're going to relate more to somebody who's in your general age range, and so the likelihood of falling in love with somebody being true love and not being in a transactional scenario is going to be someone within your general age range. So maybe this is an actual love story, just a weird one.
Melonie's a romantic. She's like, they're only
I
5 years
am.
apart. Like, this is okay. I mean, it's they can get married however they want to. And again,
Right.
like, I stand by this tweet. Like, there are tons of women complaining about getting ghosted and whatever else. And this girl clearly knows how to get men to commit to her, at least on some level.
Hey, what if she's an amazing wifey? What if she is so supportive and so loving and he comes home just not stressed at all because she's like, I made you cookies.
Well,
I mean, she's kind of a fun Barbie, right? She's like, I'm going to space in a spacesuit I designed. Like, I want to go with you to all these things. Like, I guess. I mean,
she's got her own
can't
money
explain
too.
love.
Like, doesn't she?
Right.
I mean, she's
But not like Bezos money.
no, but nobody does. At least Bezos isn't do it like you
Right.
said. At least he's not doing the Bill Belichick thing because that's so embarrassing.
Exactly. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you just can't put a price on a partnership where somebody is they are, and I know this phrase is so overused, but it really is your safe space, like for real, where it's just like, this is my comfort person. This person has my back. I feel comfortable around them. Like, there's no price you can put on that. Like, there's no amount of, oh, well, this person has more money or this person has youth and this and that. Well, at the end of the day, it's just like, you can't put money on true love.
What about
So-
what about the tweet that preceded this? Did you discuss that? Like,
The
I
one
saw
before
some
that?
people pointing it out. Like, first of all, yes, no man on earth wants their wife to look like this. I can tell you that right now.
Jeff Bezos, so
Yeah, he likes everything below the neck, probably. But like, this is not a fair comparison. I think the picture on the left, she's in her 30s,
Right.
and the picture on the right, she's like in her late 50s.
But
So,
that
like-
plastic surgery is really terrible. It is sad because she would have, I mean, looking at how she looks, I'm just thinking of someone like, look at how Salma Hayek is aging
Kinda looks like Gina
wonderfully.
Carano a little,
And
too.
so, yeah, it's like she could have aged beautifully. She clearly has the structure and the beautiful
face
face.
is gnarly.
So it's like, if she would have just aged naturally, I think she would have been a way more beautiful woman than she is at whatever this is that she's done.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
but then this
Obviously,
is
people do something similar with Kimberly Guilfoyle's pictures, like pictures from when she was young versus now, and she has also had a lot of plastic intervention. I don't know what to call it other than plastic surgery. You know, I think, I mean, like in this case, like she's beautiful and photographed a lot, and in a circle where they are getting lip fillers and like
Right.
cheeks and all of this stuff. I mean, she obviously has hair extensions. Like, I understand that. I wish that they would stop doing it to excess because
For sure.
I don't think she would look like this naturally.
I
don't think
just-
she would look that bad.
It looks like, I mean, there may be some of it that's reversible, like the lip injections, the cheek filler, all that. Some of it
Did
may
you see
be,
the girl
but they're,
whose lips are like huge, and she's like, and I'm not stopping.
oh
She's
dear.
like, I can't even open my
on.
mouth. I'm not stopping.
But it looks like her nose is definitely ruined. That is not, there's
There's
going
not
back
enough.
on fixing that nose.
Yeah, there's not enough left there.
There's
over.
not.
Yeah.
It's, and this is the thing is you see how her eyes look so much smaller now. And this is what happens when people get those big cheek fillers is that it just makes her
She
eyes
looks like
really beady and weird.
You know who her face looks like to me?
Who?
What?
Uh,
A Google
And it's
search
just
is
too
coming.
stretched. The facelifts are too much.
Oh,
my-
man.
Oh!
Who is this?
Oh dear.
Rocky Dennis.
Oh,
He was on a TV show.
a Sagittarius, I see.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Like her eye, like every
Oh.
time I see that surgery, I think of Rocky Dennis. I'm like, I don't understand. Maybe there's an angle where this looks good.
Well,
but it makes her face look
filters and on
flippin'
Instagram,
weird.
people, and that's one reason why these girls keep getting this buccal fat removal is because they want to be on Instagram and look really chiseled. And when you have certain angles, certain lighting, and this and that, then yeah, that can look good on a particular picture if it's perfectly framed for it. But for the most part, when you see it in real life, it looks awful. And so, yeah, we're having these girls ruin their faces. And what's sad is
Like,
that
what's a girl from?
girls are doing this at such a young age.
What is
Yeah.
the one girl? She totally wrecked her face.
Kylie
From
Jenner.
the
that's
boys? No, the boys.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yes, she did.
She's the worst one.
Oh,
What is her name?
I forgot her name. I did see a
Is
really
she blonde?
yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Could not
Dude,
tell you her name.
There's no
I don't
excuse
know her
for it
name
either.
Before
Like,
and after
she's-
the boys before and after surgery, already a surge.
Yep, there.
Like, what were you
well,
thinking?
that one was yeah.
Here, look at this one.
Yeah, it's sad.
Like, what were you thinking? Like, she's beautiful here. What were you doing?
know.
I
think
don't.
this is one of the problems too, which is like we have so few examples of women aging gracefully.
Here's the one everyone
naturally.
saw.
Right, there aren't as many. Yeah, exactly. Whew, yikes. I did see a refreshing quote from Kirsten Dunst, and she is aging naturally and beautifully. So is Cameron Diaz. But Kirsten Dunst said, she said, I would rather age naturally, be taken seriously, and take roles that I can respect than to look like a freak.
Yeah,
And I'm
right.
like, exactly. This is great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
See-
why people were like so obsessed with Pam Anderson right now, who's like, yeah, I'm not going to wear makeup.
I don't
Because some
understand.
of-
She looks like a totally normal 60-year-old.
J.K. Rowling gets in
Go
trouble
ahead.
for being consistent. Like, so J.K.
Right.
Rowling annoyed me to no end when she, like, after all the Harry Potter books were finished, was
With
like,
the
by the
immigration
way,
takes.
Dumbledore's gay.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
she was like, well, you know, I was so annoyed at
Hermione
her.
always was black.
Yeah.
Get out of here, J.K. Rowling. But it's so interesting because she was like, well, I'm a feminist. I believe in women. And then stuck by this as the
Right.
feminist world tilted on its axis and
Yep.
began to just harm itself. And so in some ways, even though I don't agree with her 100% of the time,
Right.
I think she is someone who has core values and did not waver on them even when the world around her changed. So
That's
she's,
true.
this San Francisco bookstore is going to pull the Harry Potter series because she's launched this new legal fund for women. And by women, she doesn't mean people who think they're women. She means biological, estrogen dominant women.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like, I have some level of respect for these, like what she would be considered under the radfem movement, radical feminists, is because at least she's consistent. These other feminists, and even though there's a lot of things I disagree with radical feminists, I think it's insane. But
I
at
get
the
along
end
with
of
them
the
way
day,
better than regular feminists.
I do too. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I disagree with so much of your saying, but at least you're consistent with the whole feminist notion, because there's these other feminists that call themselves feminists, but then they will completely side with a man pretending to be a woman. They will simp for these men pretending to be women at the expense of real women, but they call themselves a feminist. It's like, it makes no sense. The radical feminists are crazy, but at least they're consistent.
Yeah, it was crazy for me when the queer community in, I believe it was Scotland, but the UK in general, got mad at J.K. Rowling because she backed and funded a clinic, like an emergency crisis clinic, just for women, staffed only by women, saying like, if you had been essayed or attacked or whatever, and you didn't want to be around a man, you should have something that serves you. And in saying that, she said, you know, the National Health, the publicly funded crisis response centers do allow biological men who identify as women to seek services there, but there's no exclusively only female space for women who are in crisis. And so I want to serve them. I want to put my wealth to good use. And the LGBTQ community got mad at her for it. Like, it's not like she was saying the National Health should stop allowing biological men to seek, you know, crisis assistance at these places. She's just saying, I'm opening an alternative for traumatized women who may need it. And they were mad. Like, this is the side of history you want to be on, as they love to say.
Yeah, that's why I've always been team turf. Like, I'm cool with radfems because we agree on, you know, the tea. And also they're actually more based than you think when it comes to the tea. And
they're very anti-porn as well. And I like that about them, because it's just like, okay, this is consistent at least. Stop pretending like it is empowering for women to sell their bodies to degenerates. Like, it's awful. And so it's just like this whole OnlyFans stuff and all that. At least the radfems are speaking against that as well. So at least they're consistent with, hey, this isn't good for women. And hookup culture is not good for women. At least they acknowledge these things. Yeah. Their problem is that radfems tend to still have a bad taste for the patriarchy. They still don't like men. Yeah. That's an issue where I think they're incredibly wrong on. But at least they're based on the whole transgender stuff and on stop this encouraging women to prostitute themselves.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have, I'm going to trademark this idea right now. If anyone does it, you're stealing it from me. I said it on the internet, so it's fair. Except for Jeremy,
stealing it from her baby.
Yeah. I've always thought it would be nice to have a show where it's sort of debate-ish, but it's actually about like the common ground, where you have people who are identifying on opposite sides of an issue who talk about something they have in common. The example I always give is the fact that there are, in fact, a coalition of pro-life Democrats who don't believe in abortion and who didn't want abortion to become a key part of the Democratic platform. And you bring them with, you know, someone who is openly pro-life, who's conservative, and they talk about like how this concept shapes their lives and where they disagree and things like that. I think this is another example that Melonie's giving us, like the fact that TERFs are anti-porn, so you can bring them on, like an atheist TERF with a religious trad wife, and they talk about the harmful effects of pornography, and you can hear where they might disagree over regulation or implementation, but also what they have in common. Because I think there are probably more uniting cultural issues than there are divisive ones, and we only talk about the dividing ones, which makes it more difficult to bring change and effective conversation to the things that we have in common, like the common goals that people have.